Hello! How is everyone today? I am hopping on kind of last minute. I'm working out my shed and I'm waiting for my primer to dry. So I thought I would just hop on and show you guys the new tobacco flower salve that is out because, hey, I'm not a masculine scented kind of girl. I don't like candles or any masculine scents typically. But I do like cologne on a man. I mean, like, who doesn't, right? But I don't like the candle scents or lotions or anything like that. It's not my thing. But this tobacco flower salve is like the bomb. It smells so good. It is more of a masculine scent, but it has like a leathery scent to it and a little bit of a floral scent, and it smells heavenly. I love it. Anyway, so when I got it, I thought of a few things that I could try it on and show you guys. It is, hey cute Thea. So I thought the two of the perfect things would be leather because it has kind of a leathery tone to it. And then I've got this old sugar mold, which is pretty cool. I thought I would try some on that. And then I have a big leather mirror that I got. And I thought, well, I'm waiting for primer to dry, like waiting for paint to dry, which is most of my life. I would hop on here and show you guys when I apply this. So I've already applied it to one boot. I bought these boots at a thrift shop for like $4. And they're really nice. They're genuine leather boots with the nail stud trim in the bottom. And they happen to fit perfectly, which was very lucky. So I will show you. This boot has the tobacco flower salve applied to it. You can see it's got a nice sheen. These are old boots, but they look excellent. And then this is the one without any salve on it. So you can see the scratches up top. And it just looks, they look really dry and kind of worn. And these look nice and fresh. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to put some salve on this boot and show you how it changes. And I will show you that wood sugar mold too. So I thought I would take a second. I have so many clients that love this salve and have used it on wood furniture, metal, stainless steel appliances, couches, their hands, their hair. I mean, you can use it on almost anything you can think of. It has amazing properties in it, and so it works wonders on a variety of different things. But I thought I would just take a minute and show you how I apply it. It doesn't take very much, and it goes a long way. The best way to apply it is just kind of buff it in. So this is the salve. It's kind of a yellow tinted color, but it goes on clear, so it's not going to tint your furniture or anything you're using on yellow. It is a clear. And then I take old socks. Okay, this is not this dirty. It has salve on it already. So any mismatched socks that the dryer eats, that's what I usually use. I try and make sure they don't have lint on them. Especially for a piece that has like a little bit of a rough wood that's gonna grab the lint. So if I'm putting it as a finish, then I use like a t-shirt because it's lint free. But on these boots, I'm just gonna go ahead and use this old sock that already has salve on it. So, and it's nice because they just fit in your hand perfect. It's like a glove, like a salve glove. So I'm just gonna take it and apply a little bit. You can see where I already have it on my sock. And just on the fingertips. And then I take my old cowgirl boot and then I'm just gonna apply it onto there. Okay, and I'm just gonna buff it into it. Just to kind of revive that leather. So I have it on my fingertips. I wipe it on with my fingertips. And then I take the palm of my hand and that's when I buff it out. That's salve, I know. And it smells so good, you guys. It's amazing. Okay, so look at that. That leather is beautiful, and it kind of just makes it pop a little bit. So that needs it, and that's got it. Okay, just want to make sure you get in all the crevices. You can use this, you can apply it with a wax brush if you'd like to. Kind of just depends on your preference. If you have stuff that has like a lot of cracks and crevices and things like that, I recommend probably applying it with a salve brush, because it's hard to get your fingertips in all those spots. But yeah, it doesn't take much, and you just want to buff it into it. That way you're not leaving a ton behind, and you're working it into the piece, so it's going to soak it in. Those old dry woods and leathers, metal that's been rusted or worn for a long time, they're going to soak that salve right in. So you want to just really buff it into it and let it do its thing. If it's really, really old dry leather, you might need to apply 2 coats of it. So what I would do is apply it, let it sit overnight, and then look at it the next day and see how it looks. Make sure it's all soaked in evenly. If there's any spots you need to add more, you just take a little salve on your mismatched sock and rub it in. Easy as that. You can even use it on the boot part. I can use it on the bottom if I want to. Yeah, Brent, you use this salve a lot on your pieces. But I just love this because to me, this is like how a leather should smell. And it just smells like so fresh and nice. Heck, I can use it inside of the boot. And guess what? That's gonna get rid of those old, yucky boot smells. And my feet are gonna smell like tobacco salve. So it's a win for everyone. That is pretty. I love how it kind of soaks into the design a little bit there too. You can see that, I mean, that leather is crackled a little bit. So I wanna work it into those cracks so my color's even. So I might need to apply a little bit more, just dip it in a little bit more, get it into those cracks, and then buff it with the drier part. It's great on beards as well, that's what Brent says. When I grow a beard, I'll have to try it. No, actually, I have heard that people like to use it on their beards, and I can imagine that this tobacco salve, the tobacco flower salve, would smell amazing. So Antoinette says she uses it on her boots at the beginning of the season and again at the end when she stores them for summer. That's a really good idea because it will just kind of help to protect that leather too. That is looking really good, you guys. Look at that. So I'm barely using any of the salve to do the boots. I've already done the other boot. I'll finish this one up and then I'll show you guys the sugar mold that I'm doing. So I thought this would be a good time to get this done, and then these will be ready for winter, maybe Thanksgiving. Wear them on Thanksgiving with a cute dress. Do you guys dress up for Thanksgiving? Like I've seen it both ways. Some people, you know, dress to the nines and they look so nice and they come to dinner in dresses, and then other people are like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad this is done. Like, I'm showing up in sweats. I'm gonna eat a lot, so they're the only thing that they're gonna fit after. What do you guys, like, seriously, tell me, what do you guys wear for Thanksgiving? Or what's the expected dress code in your family? Because everyone's a little bit different. Okay, I'm buffing this in so much. It's getting hot in here. Okay, let's see if that's gonna stay. I need to get a stand, because this is like, okay. And it's really hard to move this when you have a sock on your hand. It also makes it a little difficult. Okay, well that was a waste of time. We're just gonna move it. Okay. Comfy and cute. That's like velour, to me, that's like velour sweats. I mean, you can get like the BB brand. Is it BB? I don't know. You know, Juicy Couture, Comfy Cute, that's what I think. Brent Hayes and flannel. Haynes, I'm sorry, I said your name. But you know what? It sounds like you're gonna be having dinner with Aaron and Karen in their flannel. Okay, I think these are done. I think they look pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna buff them one last time, just with the palm of my hand where there's not much salve. I wanna take off, I wanna let it soak in, but I wanna take off a little bit of excess too, because I don't want them to get sticky or have any residue on them. And I feel like it helps to give it a little bit of a shine. If you've ever worked with waxes, you want to buff them in like crazy. The salve, you can kind of let it soak in and then buff it. So, but you do want to kind of buff it in. You don't want to just slather it on and leave it on there thick. We dress up and do our Christmas card pictures. That's a good idea. Because then you have all the family together and you don't have to try and plan like different times. Okay. Let's see if we can tone that down a little bit. Okay, there we are. Isn't that awesome? Now I'm like kind of excited to wear them. Yeah. Nice and refreshed. See, this one's had a little bit longer, so I'll probably wait a while and then apply one more coat because they're pretty dry. That leather soaked it in quite a bit. But I think that looks awesome. I mean, for $4 genuine leather boots, apply the salve, they look like new. That's a good find. That is a good thrifty find. And my house smells like salve. When you apply salve to a piece of furniture in your house, it will make the whole room smell. It's pretty amazing. They have essential oils in them, so the scents are, to me, like very real, very genuine, and then they last a long time too. I have, they actually sell these in candles, guys, all the different scents. They burn up to 40 hours and they smell amazing. I have a few, I think it's the Gratuitous Grapefruit. It has a picture of Robin Williams on the front. It's like a really light, happy, kind of grapefruity smell. I burn that one all the time, and I will put it in just in my front room, and my whole house will smell like it within a matter of minutes. It's a really strong, happy scent too. I like that. Okay, so let's use some of the tobacco flower. This is on an antique sugar mold, okay? So the wood is definitely dried out. I don't want to paint this or use any stains on it. I kind of want to keep it natural and just preserved the look of it. Yes, and melts too. They come in melts. So if you don't like, if you're not a candle person, but you like to melt wax, then they do have the melts as well. Oh, I know. It smells so good, huh, Thea? They will stay a little bit dark, but this is probably their natural tone. When they were first purchased, I would imagine they were pretty similar to this color, and as they've dried out and worn over time, you can see the lightness in the cracks. So I feel like it's restored them to their natural color that they were. So it will deepen a little bit. It will dry a little bit, but it will deepen the color a bit. Okay. See if you guys can see this. I'm a little bit close now because I moved my camera up. Let's move you back a little. Here we go. You're not responsible enough for candles. I'm such a candle girl. I don't know. I think I like the wax melts, but I like when the light bulb burns out, I never replace the light bulbs. Super winter like that, and so I feel like the candle, when it's gone, like I throw it away and then I know I have to buy another one. I don't know, it should work that way with lights, but it doesn't. Okay, so you can see this one is just giving it a little bit of shine, and it's really not changing the color too much, but on my edges where they're a little bit more worn, it's going to bring that wood tone back out. Look how the grain starts to pop more too. That's one thing I really like about the salve, is it's gonna help your bring out your grains a little bit more. So one thing I will tell you, so salve is not colored, it's clear. If you have an antique piece that is stained really dark and it has some scratches and nicks in it, it's going to help bring shine to it, revive the wood, and bring life back to it. But if you have deep scratches, it's not going to change the color of the wood back to the dark stain tone because it's been scratched into the wood. So don't expect it to restain your piece, but it will revive and give a little bit of life to your piece. So, and it really depends. Everything, every piece of furniture is different. But if you have a raw wood piece or a piece that's kind of a natural tone that just has a finish over the top, it's going to do wonders for it. And even if you do have an old piece that's stained with scratches, it's still gonna make it look so much better without having to totally strip it down. Yeah, look at the grain on that, baby. Woo! It's pretty. Hey, Kim. How are you, cute lady? You guys, Kim is one of the cutest, nicest, most genuine people I've ever met. She signed up for my stone finish class, and she's just awesome. Like, I really, truly have been lucky. All the people in my class are really amazing people, and they're so kind to each other and so helpful, and it's been a really great learning environment. So let's throw some on the bottom, why not? Smells so good, you guys. Skylar's gonna think I had somebody over. It's nice, smells good. Okay. Yeah, that makes a big difference. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna do the top and call it good on that. But the lemon verbena salve, I think, is one of my best sellers because it just smells so nice and fresh. It's a really nice lemon scent with a vanilla undertone, and so it's not super strong. It doesn't smell like a cleaner or something. It has like a mellowness to it that I really like. But I love this. Like, this is, to me, is like such a genuine scent, the tobacco flower is. Just smells so damn good. Yep, so that's how I do it. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys how much I've used. And then I just take the palm. If I've got too much salve, I can just flip the sock around where it's clean, and then I can buff it. Just to make sure that the salve is not sitting on the surface, that I've buffed it nicely into my wood. It's gonna give a little bit more shine, and it's going to prevent it from getting sticky later on. Yeah, I love that because I didn't have to do anything to it drastic. I've preserved its natural state, but I've just enhanced the wood tones. And there's probably a good chance that when this was originally made that it was closer to this tone as well. So I love that. I love the naturalness of the salve. I think that's a big thing for me, especially when you're trying to preserve things that you don't want to mess with too much. Okay, I'll show you guys a little bit of the leather on this mirror. I have a good friend that just bought some salve from me, and she bought it for some chairs, and she said it was nice, it shined them up, but they had like a real thick finish, so it didn't really soak into the finish. But I said, go try it on your stainless steel appliances. And she took it and she went and put it on her appliances, and she's like, I cleaned the whole kitchen with it. I rubbed it on my cupboards and the stand. She said, it smells amazing and looks amazing. No fingerprints. It has a little bit of wax in it, so it will help provide a little protection for those things as well. Okay, this is my mirror. Okay, it's just an old, worn leather mirror. There I am. Look at that. That's fun. Okay. And it's going to help shine up those little metal brads too. So really it's just about buffing it in. And every piece is different. Like I said, the boots, I'll probably have to wait a little bit and then apply another coat once it's totally soaked in. So it kind of depends on how old the piece is that you're working with, how dry it is, how dry the wood is, or how dry the leather is, how dry your hands are, or your hair is, how much you're going to use. But just buffing it in will make a big difference, and then you're not using too much. So now the scent does dissipate over time, but it does smell amazing, and it's going to smell, depending on the surface, anywhere from a few days to weeks or a month. This is just wide open to the air, so it's probably going to last a few days, maybe a week. But if I put it on in a cabinet or like inside of a cabinet, that smell is going to stay in there. So every time I open it for quite a while, I'm going to catch a little drift of whatever scent I applied, which is kind of nice. This is like the perfect mirror for tobacco salve too. Just like that leatheriness. And yeah, that's beautiful. I love it. All right, let me show you guys how much I have used. Okay, so this side's done. This side still needs to be done. You can see it's like a little bit drier, especially on the edge, how dry that edge is. So I can take some of this. Voila! Might need a little bit more on my sock, but yeah, that looks nice. I love it. Okay, well, I just wanted to hop on for a second and show you guys that, show you how I apply it. Now, not only do you know how to apply salve, I wish I could let you smell it through the camera, but you know what to do with those extra socks that don't have a pair. Don't throw them away. Throw them in a basket. Use them for your salve later. You'll love it. Oh, and quickly, that's about how much I used for both leather boots, the sugar mold, and then the large leather mirror. So out of a whole can, this is gonna last me a while. Use it on lots of stuff. Yes, use it on your plants. You'll love it. All right, well, I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I am going to have some awesome Black Friday deals. So I would keep an eye out for those if I were you. I've got big plans. See you guys.